Lonesome Fog. In a cluster of woods, not far away from you and me, something extraordinary happened. In an open field beside a meadow of warm flowers, sibling cubs play a game of tag the big bad wolf. It was a game that didn't sit well with the eldest sibling. You see, she didn't like wolves because she was terrified of them. To be honest, she was terrified of just about everything. What if the wolf ate me? And the bear? Imagine if I slipped and fell into the river. She worriedly wailed to her mother at times. Don't be afraid of the dangers of the world, dear, Mother-in-law usually calmly responded. Otherwise, the lonesome fog could get you. It comes for all with fear in their hearts. That only made her feel worse as thoughts of everything she was afraid of began to consume her. Wolves, bears, birds, and most of all, the lonesome fog. One day, she caught sight of something rolling down a distant mountain. It was the lonesome fog. It had to be large and all-consuming. It rolled over the nearby hill onto her path. She turned around, sprung as quickly as her little legs could take her. However, she couldn't outrun the darkness, which inched ever closer until it was upon her. Dazed and confused, she shrieked, closed her eyes, and blindly ran till she could run no further. Only blackness and an eerie silence shrouded her. After a short moment, she put a paw forward and felt the familiar feel of grass beneath her feet. Familiar was good. Slowly, she opened her eyes and was greeted by landscape she never seen before. I am probably the most lonesome and scared animal in the world right now, she thought. She perched herself atop a small rock. It was cold and damp from the fog. Am I ever going to see my family again? She wondered aloud. Of course you will, answered a voice with no face. Are you the Lonesome Fog? Asked the terrified cop as her eyes darted around to find the source of the voice. I most certainly am not, responded the voice. I am simply a worried and scared mother who is lost in this fog like you. Can mothers be scared too? Wondered the little cub aloud with a sense of relief that she was no longer alone. Apparently so, responded the voice as she began to explain the reason for her fear. She spent most days scared something bad would happen to her little pups. The motherly voice sounded weak, and the little cub thought it reminded her of a bat or something less scary. They spoke for what felt like a long time. Sometimes they laughed even though they were scared. Most of all, they were happy to find someone who understood what it felt like to be little and scared. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept in and began to break up the surrounding dim, whilst welcoming the warmth of the sun. Look, it's gliding, cheered the little cub. She jumped down from the little rock and excitedly turned around to gaze upon the face of the boys. Then it kept her company. Large and statuesque looking wolf towered over her. Without fear, the cub stared at the wolf mother, who stared right back. Without uttering a word to each other, they turned around and began walking their separate ways, both more than a little relieved by their chat. As she made into a clearing, she caught sight of her family. Delighted and filled with joy, she ran towards them. They played and talked all day. However, she pledged to keep her experience close to her heart. No one had to know. Over time, the Lonesome Fog will return, and when it did, the cub didn't run away. Instead, she confidently strode towards and within it before returning to her family. Each time this happened, her belief in her ability to face anything grew. In time, little would hold any fear for her. The end.